So, it's that time of the season again. Grinding Gear Games announced that we'll get the trailer and the entire announcement for the upcoming 3.8 expansion on Tuesday, 2 PM Pacific Daytime. If you've been out of the loop and you don't know what's happening between now and the presumed League launch on the 6th of September, this is the video for you. My name is CatmasterOP, welcome to the channel. So, welcome to the video and good day, evening, or even morning to you, whatever suits you. I hope you enjoyed the new intro and I hope you, just as I am, are looking forward to a lot more production quality and a lot more regular content on this YouTube channel. So if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube, make sure you click that subscribe button and tick the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. So I quickly threw together this calendar for the next 3 weeks following the announcement that we'll get tomorrow. Quick disclaimer, all of these are Central European summertime, and I consider midnight to be part of the previous day rather than part of the day that it actually, is the part of, just because, the announcement trailer is obviously part of my Tuesday stream, so the stream starts on Tuesday, it's part of that, it's part of the Tuesday plan. But yeah, today you're gonna get this video from me where I go over this timeline, if you haven't noticed yet, and GGG published the Balance Manifesto about Legion League going core. The keyword here is 10% as usual, but if you're interested, everything that is blue and has an underline is linked with either a countdown timer or further information. So if you click that, you're going directly to the Development Manifesto. It's all in one place. It's centralized, with the idea that some people are not as deep in the material as I am or as other streamers are, and I just want to share this overview because it took me quite some time to put this together, so just respect it. Anyway, so from GGG, tomorrow we'll get the announcement trailer. It's roughly 24 hours from when I upload this video, right? 1 day after this video goes live, so probably less than 1 day from the point when you're watching it, we'll get the new announcement subpage, including the trailer, including the links for the press coverage, a little bit of teaser material here and there in regards to what we can expect from the league mechanics, from the rewards, from the enemies, and the endgame perspective, right? The endgame aspirations that we'll have. Tomorrow we'll also learn about the release date, but since the announcement hasn't been postponed and there hasn't been any league releases that were postponed past the announcement, we're safe to assume that on 6th of September, 11 PM Central European summertime, the new league will start. But it's still, somewhat uncertain. We'll see tomorrow for sure. Until then, we'll get a lot of information, and if the pattern follows, if it follows the same pattern as in previous leagues, looking at the Legion news schedule for the release week and looking at the end date of Synthesis League, which was before Legion League, we can safely assume that on Monday, the 2nd of December, 2nd of September, the Legion League will end, and we'll get a reveal of the challenge rewards that we'll have in 3.8. On the 3rd of September, we'll get the Balance Manifesto for 3.8, and on the Wednesday afterwards, we'll get patch notes, item filter information, and passive skill tree information, so we can start planning our builds. On Thursday, we'll get the information of the level 20% quality gems. We don't know yet whether there's new abilities and new support gems, but it's safe to assume because GGG tends to do these every expansion now, because that's what the people want. And we'll get all the information about the gems on Thursday. On Friday, we'll get the torrent, right? So usually when a new league releases, you have to download the entire 10 GB core archive of Path of Exile, which is called the content.ggpk. That's a file that contains pretty much all the texture, all the stuff compiled in one file. And that file for 3.8 you'll be able to preload before the patch goes live, meaning before the servers for the patch are actually up and you can try log into the game and the game will update itself. You can already download all the data via a torrent, and then you'll already have the data as soon as the servers go live. And your game just has to update itself with the data that is already available, and then has to cross-check with the server whether things have been modified, right? So you get the right files, you can't cheat. But basically, this is really important for new players, especially if you don't have a top-notch internet connection. Make sure you download that file beforehand. Right. So that's basically everything we know about GGG so far. An important thing that will impact the Path of Exile community is the release of World of Warcraft Classic on the 26th of August, midnight, meaning that's, the start of 27th of August, but again, I'll count it to Monday because that's during my Monday, and probably most people's Monday, seeing that most people are either EU or America. And yeah, a lot of Path of Exile community members, probably a lot of you viewers, but also befriended streamers will play WoW Classic. So unless you're watching, my stream, this week is going to be pretty dead in terms of PoE streams. But that doesn't matter because it's always nice to have like a little bit of downtime in between leagues just to get that hype up again, right? See a little bit, like a little small change of scenery and then come back to Path of Exile and it's going to be amazing. So leading up to this 3.8 League launch, we're going to have 2 episodes of the Fated Connections podcast. First episode is going to be this Friday on the 23rd of August, 9 p.m. Central European Summertime. We're going to be hosting both Don the Crown again, a long time no see on the podcast, a couple episodes. But yeah, it's always awesome to have Don the Crown. Very knowledgeable, very chill guy to talk about Path of Exile with. And we're gonna have DS Lily, who is a pretty hardcore gamer herself. And yeah, we're gonna talk all about the announcement, meaning we'll talk about the hype that we have, what we're looking forward to see, speculations what we would like to see, and maybe also go into a little bit of criticisms where we see problems with the league or what we, hope to avoid in the league. But that's going to be pretty awesome. Then on Saturday, the 24th of August, I think at 10 p.m. Central European Summertime, is going to be the Act 10 Kotova kill race organized by ZaiTV. If you haven't checked that out, there is a prize pool. I think ZaiTV put like €200 towards the prize pool, and people are invited or encouraged to contribute towards the prize pool. It's going to be a really sick event with probably all of the top Path of Exile racers competing again, and it's going to be a little bit different from the Act 5 race that we saw just a couple of days ago, because for an Act 10 race you actually end up picking up the trials and doing at least normal laps. Some people may be doing cruel lap. I don't know what the strats are here. I think most people just go for normal lap, but either way, racing in Path of Exile is always super hype, and I'm looking forward to seeing that, right? On the 5th of September, which is the day after we get the patch notes, the item filter information, and the passive skill tree information, we'll do, similar to pre-Legion, a Patch Notes Now episode of the Fated Connections podcast, which is still to be announced. It's not exactly scheduled when we'll do it on Thursday, and we don't know exactly with who we'll do it, but we'll make sure that we have at least one guest between Beller and myself, so that we'll have a little bit of a reality check. It's always good to go over the patch notes in a group, because sometimes you just underappreciate things, or you just don't put that much weight on things. But, 4 pairs of eyes see more than 2, so that's gonna be awesome, right? And that's basically all I got for you. In between, I'll guarantee to stream on the Tuesdays for the 420 Song Request Shitfest streams, so if you're interested in hanging out and sharing some music with my community, feel free to come to twitch.tv/CatmasterOP. And we're also going to be streaming leading up to the podcasts, and probably on the Fridays where there's no podcast as well. On the Friday of the league launch, of the presumed league launch, but 90% confidence here, we're going to do a build help, starter build sort of stream. So I don't know how I'm going to organize it yet. Stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter for the announcement how we're going to make sure that everyone who wants his build reviewed gets a spot. But that's basically it. Also important, there is another podcast which is called Bayclass, which is actually the biggest Path of Exile podcast hosted on TarkyCat's channel by the man himself, TarkyCat. And they're gonna have a developer from Grinding Gear Games on the podcast. TarkyCat was not able to tell me who it is, and we'll see. But Bayclass is always super worth watching. Very critical thinking. So make sure to click that link, follow TarkyCat if you're not already followed, and check out that podcast. I'll definitely be watching live. And yeah, that's basically it. If I forgot anything, right? If there's anything important that needs to be in here, feel free to drop a comment down below. If you like the video, like, share, subscribe, whatever. And I'm looking forward to saying hi to you on my stream at twitch.tv/CatmasterOP. Until then, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.